Good morning once again from sunny Victoria. My name is Garnet Schulhauser, and I am the author of 4 books in the spiritual metaphysical genre: Dancing on a Stamp, Dancing Forever with Spirit, Dance of Heavenly Bliss, and Dance of Eternal Rapture. And I'm pleased to announce that my 5th book, Dancing with Angels in Heaven, has been approved for publishing, and I expect that the book will be released sometime in 2021. And I'll post notices on my website about the expected release date as soon as I have that information. I am also a Level 2 Quantum Healing Hypnosis Practitioner, or QHHT, which is a modality that allows me to hypnotize clients, take them back to a past life regression, and then make a direct contact with their higher self to get the answers to the questions that they bring with them to the session. For more information about my books, please see my website, garnetschulhauser.com, and I also have a QHHT website, which is garnetschulhauser.qhht.com. Before I get into the serious topic for today, I'd like to relay an interesting story that I heard from my friend. Anyway, my friend, who I'll call Joe, but that's not his real name, was widowed for about 2 years when the house next door to him sold, and in moved 2 beautiful young women, aged maybe late 20s, early 30s. Well, Joe, as a good neighbor, began to connect with them, and they had a number of different chats, and he found out early on that both of these women were gay. Well, a couple months after they moved in, they invited him over for a cup of tea, and they told him that they wanted to conceive and deliver a child. And they asked Joe if he'd be willing to donate his sperm. Well, Joe immediately thought that he's going to have to trot off to a sperm bank and leave a deposit. But they could see that his hesitation, and so they said to him, well, we're happy to conceive this baby in the natural fashion because we're not man-haters, and so we can go through this to make it more pleasurable for the donor. So Joe, of course, went along with this. And after a period of 6 months, neither of them was pregnant, even though Joe had had a number of rendezvous with each of them because they didn't care which one of them got pregnant. So after 6 months, he finally gave up and said, this just isn't working. And he said to me, I didn't have the heart to tell him that I had a vasectomy the year before. And now for the serious topic for today. The question is, what are life reviews in the spirit realm? And the short answer, based upon the information I have gleaned from my spirit guide Albert and from the higher self in QHHT sessions, is that a life review is something that every soul undergoes after they transition from the earth plane to the spirit realm. After a person's physical body dies, its soul will leave the body, transition to the spirit side, which is the true home for all souls, which is where we all came from before we incarnated. And after they have finished the initial transition, they will then have a life review with the help of their spirit guides. What a life review does is show them all the details of the life they have just finished, so they can witness the good deeds and the bad deeds that they accomplished or stumbled into during their life on earth. And the souls can watch their lives that they just finished like watching a 3D movie, and they can move forward and backward at will and see as much detail or as little detail as they desire. And this is all just a learning tool so they can better understand how their actions and words affected others on earth during their last lifetime. And the very special aspect of a life review is that souls can not only watch what they did during their lives on earth, but they can actually feel the thoughts and the emotions of the people that they interacted with. If a soul said some mean and cruel words to a coworker one day, they will be able to hear the thoughts and feel the emotions of that coworker, and they will feel the hurt and anguish that coworker felt as these words were delivered to them. On the other hand, if a soul did a good deed, like shoveling off a neighbor's driveway after a snowstorm, they will be able to feel the love and gratitude that this senior citizen felt as they watched you through the window while you're shoveling the driveway. But the purpose of the life review is not to make a soul feel guilty or bad about their behavior in the last life on earth. It's a learning tool so that souls can better understand how their words and actions affect other people that they reacted with on earth. And this tool will help them better plan their next life on earth should they choose to reincarnate. It is important to know that no one judges a soul for what it did on earth after it transitions back to the spirit side. No one judges that soul except the soul itself as they watch the life review. And this is not intended to make them feel guilty or remorseful, but it's really a learning tool so the soul can better assess, with the help of their spirit guides, what it was that they did wrong and how they can avoid taking wrong turns in a future life. So life reviews are a very important part of the cycle of reincarnation. It's a way for souls to get the most out of each incarnation as they try to face challenges and learn lessons so they can grow and evolve as a soul. So having a life review is something we can all look forward to after we transition out of the earth plane back to the spirit side. And it's exciting in a number of ways, and people should not be apprehensive about this because it is done in the best interest of the soul. Well, that's all for now, folks. Enjoy your journey, and remember to keep on dancing.